The old saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. 1,000 words won't even begin to do justice for the story of Oluwadayisi Tomiye. The Frederick Douglass graduating seniors had to overcome medical issues that stumped plenty of doctors, but Oluwadayisi wouldn't even let hospital stays get in the way of his education.
I remember one day I had an assignment. I was in New York in my apartment. I was just getting ready to go to the hospital, and I realized that I'm out of time. So as I was getting viewed by my physician, I was actually doing my assignment, my project in the hospital. So I have no excuse, despite my guidance saying that's a legitimate excuse for you to bake up.
That dedication and perseverance didn't go unnoticed by his teachers and classmates.
Some of my friends say, "Wow, Dicey, you don't talk much about your health issues, but we know. But you're not someone who expresses that in terms of it being something that pushes me down. It is something that uplifts us."
He does motivate me. I've known him for 4 years. So I've seen him go from a year that I think that wasn't so great for him. I think he was on some medication that it just wasn't the best, treating his body the best, but he was still here. He was still here. I know people, looked at him because he was different he looked different from the year before, and he did it despite that. And I was like, well, if he can do that, then we can do what we need to do, especially to assist him to get through this. It's not just us doing our jobs. We felt like we needed to do a little bit extra because he was doing a whole lot extra.
The list of extracurricular activities that Oluwadayisi is involved in is almost endless. That includes serving as the photographer for almost any school event you can even think of. And while Oluwadayisi isn't rolling out a future in photography, it'll have to go hand in hand with some of his loftier goals.
I looked at my health issues and my complications with my personal life. I use that as motivation. I'm turning something negative into something positive, which contributed to my ambitions, such as wanting to be a physician, want to be or a surgeon or a pharmaceutical chemist, actually making medication.
And Oluwadayisi has some advice for anyone who might encounter some adversity.
Whatever your struggle is, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, don't let that depict your future. My name is Oluwadayisi Tomiye, and I'm a success story.